got how to set up some titles and stuff. And I'll tell you the biggest takeaway from an event. So I just did my private client event, my network event, 20 to 25 of some of the most brilliant people you'll ever meet. And one of the things that happens when you set a goal and you start reaching it, or you do reach it, is that now you are successful. You are considered successful, and all of a sudden, everybody's paying attention. And even though they've never created something themselves, right? And even though they've never been where you want to go, they have all this advice. If you are training for the Olympics, if you are building your business, if you are on a journey, an athletic journey of some sort, right? And all of a sudden, your mechanic and your hairdresser and your mom and your sister all have these opinions about what you should do, and it becomes overwhelming. And so, to become great, you have to tune out everybody, almost everybody, or you will get in your head and you will start to try to perfect a whole bunch of things that don't matter, right? Is the biggest reason Dr. Jeff Spencer on our podcast shared. Biggest reason people fail that have been successful before is they let other people get in their head. They let other people get in their head. Okay? And so, who do you listen to, right? You don't want to necessarily go this journey alone, although you spend a lot of time alone if you want to be great at something. There's three people we want to cut out all outside voices, right? When it comes to getting advice on how to reach our goals, there's three people that we want around, that we want counsel from, that we want to have conversations with, that we want to reflect with, and gauge our progress and keep focused. Now, those three people all play different roles, right? And we want to make sure they know their lane. So here's kind of my version. This is from Dr. Jeff Spencer. The first being the technician, right? The technical person. So maybe you want to build your business to $100 million, right? And also have a high quality life and have a big impact. Like maybe that's your thing, or you want to be an Olympic athlete, right? There's the technical coach, the one that actually maybe teaches you your running mechanics, the one that actually shows you how to market, how to write copy, how to sell, how to run ads, right? That's the technical person. That is a completely different person than the mentor. The mentor is being the person that in your field has been top of field. It's if you want to be, you know, an Olympic gold medalist, your mentor would be somebody that has done that multiple times, ideally, and helped other people do it. So then you have your mentor. Okay, you have your technical person and your mentor. They play very different roles. Technical person needs to know their lane, stay in their lane, help optimize very specific things. The mentor, a little bit more bandwidth than you, a little bit, they know the field, they know the journey, they can help you avoid the pitfalls, and they're taking account the whole journey, not just that technical component, not just your running mechanics, not just your funnel, not just your diet. uh, those are technical things. So you have your mentor who kind of ties those things together in that field. They have more bandwidth than you do, and again, they just have a, a higher view of what's going on, so they can direct you. The third is what we call the corner man. This is the person that understands your whole entire life. They understand your unique disposition. They understand you got this stuff going on in your relationship over here, and maybe you're fighting this battle with your health over here, and how to integrate it all together in a way that gets you the life that you want, right? Three different people. There is no reason to have any input outside of those three trusted people. Now, you may have multiple technicians. You might have somebody that helps with the technical component of sales, and you might have somebody that helps with the technical component of delivery of a product. You might have somebody that helps with the technical component of your diet, and another one that handles your training, your exercise, right? So you may have multiple technicians, but you only take input on the thing that they're actually experts in, not the big picture. And then the mentor guides the journey to reach the goal in that particular field. And the corner man, right? This is The Quarterman, he's going to be, we call it Quarterman because we think of Mickey and Rocky, right? It's going to be 60, 70, 80 years old, been through these life loops a few times. And those are three different people. There's no reason anybody outside of those few people should be sought for counsel, and we have to close them off. I know everybody, the problem is once you're a little bit successful, everybody has input on what you could do better, right? Unless they have been through the journey themselves, they have no idea what they're asking for or what they're saying or what they're suggesting. And it's tough because everybody has an opinion about what you should do. That is the biggest takeaway, is that really very few people, you should not have 25 consultants for the same thing. You shouldn't have a group of people that's giving you 45 different suggestions for the same thing. All it does is create overwhelm, and you only need one or two things to go right in order for you to get to where you want to be. And whoever is in your corner, whoever's providing counsel, needs to know what those things are and keep you focused on those things. So somebody could walk into your office and start giving you a bunch of advice, and they don't have the context to understand what those one or two things are, right? Biggest risk is looking at Facebook, looking at Instagram, going on LinkedIn, watching YouTube videos, and taking advice from anybody that does not have the full context and does not fit in one of those three areas. All right, that was my biggest takeaway. We got a good podcast episode out of it, and my private clients have replays from all those conversations. So think about that. The people that don't move year to year, like I talk to them 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, they haven't made progress. It's because they have too much input from too many places. Avoid that. Get your sound counsel and ignore everybody else.